Hey, this is Jordan, and this is your precious metals video market update. This video is being recorded on the afternoon of Wednesday, September 28th, 2016. Thank you for joining me today. And this is going to be a shorter video than what I usually do, and I'm just going to focus on the gold stocks today and talk about what I see going on. Today we had a nice bounce in the gold stocks, as you can see. Not to pat myself on the back, but this is something I was looking for. I put out a flash update late last night to premium subscribers and talking about how the sector is very oversold. It was down 4 days in a row, and so we should look for a bounce on Wednesday or Thursday. We got it today on Wednesday, but I think this bounce is in the larger context of a bearish consolidation. And I just have two daily charts to show you. I'm not showing you weekly or monthly charts, but there's some monthly charts I'm looking at that basically are telling me, we're not about to see precious metals zoom up to a new high here in the next month or two. Rather, everything I'm looking at, as far as probabilities, it points to lower prices. And so there you can see with GDX at the top and GDXJ at the bottom. With GDX, I kind of sketch out a potential scenario, a move lower, a test of 23 GDX, and then a potential important low in October. But again, nobody can predict the future. This is just kind of something I have a template for as far as the weeks ahead, and we'll see if that plays out or if something else happens. We would need to see a weekly close above the higher part of that triangle for me to move on to a new scenario. But I'm fairly confident that we're probably going to see lower prices in the weeks ahead, and perhaps, as I said, a significant low there in October, perhaps at 22 or 23 GDX, and then at the same time that would be 38 or the high 38s, or we could just say 39 for GDXJ. And I mean, looking at 23 and 39 around those levels, I mean, we're talking about roughly a 30% correction for the sector. And historically, corrections tend to be 20%. We haven't even had a 20% correction yet for GDX. And I mean, of course, they've had a spectacular move higher, the miners have. And it's been a long time since we've had that 20%. And so, given that, it's more likely we're going to see a 30% than just a 20% here. And I think at the low at the very end of August, I think looking at all the gold stock indices, I mean, it was about 21 to 23% correction thus far. So a move lower, then you're likely to see near a 30% correction based on my work. Last thing I'll point out on this slide, the 400-day exponential moving average, I have that in both charts, but look at the top half in GDX, because if you look at GDM, which is the old GDX, which goes back 20 years, in bull market years, the 400-day exponential moving average is a very, very key support level. And that's coming in here just above 22. It'll probably be closer to 23 around the middle of October. So that's something that we can see tested. So I don't want to be a buyer yet here, but if we break below this triangle, move to lower lows, then we're nearing the places where we want to be buyers. Next slide. I have not updated this yet as of today. This is my customized junior gold index. It has 18 stocks in it. The median market cap is probably around 300 million US dollars. Maybe it's 350 million. So this is higher quality than what you see in GDX and GDXJ. And we'll see what happens over the next month or so. But I mean, looking at the top in the US dollar, I mean, you can see the key moving averages. They still have a little bit to go higher until they get to strong support there in the low 700s. The index I can't quite see, but I think before today it was trading below 850. It has support around 770, and then if it fills the gap there at the beginning of June, that would take it down to 725. So 700 to 725, very strong support, and the moving averages will probably get there in October, in my opinion. And before today, we had about 8% down um, to the initial support target, and then about 13% to go lower and fill that gap. It'd be a little bit more to go to 700. And as of yesterday, when I was looking at GDX and GDXJ, roughly speaking, they had about 12 to 13% down to those targets of GDX 23 and 39 for GDXJ. So we could see some more losses uh, in the days and weeks to come. And so that's kind of what I'm waiting for, to be a strong buyer again of the sector. That's all for today. You can follow all of my work at thedailygold.com. Go there again, thedailygold.com. Opt in for my free newsletter. You get my book, which contains all of my best research from that I've done the past couple years, and you get my weekly newsletter, my free weekly newsletter, which comes out on Sundays, and I share my current thoughts on the sector. I keep you up to date with my insights and the things that I'm working on. And again, go to thedailygold.com, opt in for my free newsletter there. You get a copy of my book, and as long as you stay on my list, you'll also get the update to my book, which I should have out in the next month or two. That's all for today. Thank you so much for listening and watching my video. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to doing another update for you in the next week or two. Thanks.